Hello and welcome along. Today we're going to be doing on the stones a closer look. And this is the first look at the convex edge. This is why I wanted to do this really, because this razor's got a convex edge from heavy stropping on a loaded strop. It's a Friodur 72.5. I then go on to use a marker pen. I don't do this every time anymore because I kind of know most of the time what the razor is going to be doing without doing this, but I thought I'd show it. And as you can see, look, it's not hitting the very edge at all the whole way along. This is just like two very light laps. I think it was on a 5000 grit stone. You can see it's just not quite hitting the very apex. Both sides as well, I showed, just so we get a look at both sides. I don't do both sides the whole time. Lovely razor, J.A. Henckels, one of my favourite Solingen makes. Just great razors, and this one's a fine example of one really. Loves running laps, sits nicely. Right, so this one I slowed down a slightly bit. So this is me running a few laps on the 1000 grit, and as you can see that it's not hitting the edge, and you can really see the bevel forming and it not hitting the very apex. So you're basically dealing with a razor, in my eyes, one that's been bread knifed a little bit. And I know it's not because it's got a very sharp edge. There's a bit missing towards the toe area, just see it there on the top of the screen, the very apex. This is after a good few more laps. I slowed this down as well so I can show you some little bits on it. Look, it says nearly set. Look, you see there, look, it hasn't got an invisible edge there. You don't need to look down on a razor all the time to see the invisible edge if you're using a microscope, or if you've got a lope in the higher echelons, sort of like 50 times plus or 100 times plus. You don't have to always look down on it to see the invisible edge. You can see it from the side. But there was a bit there that's definitely not well set. It's not jointed. It's not met. And there's a little bit towards the toe as well. Kind of, yeah, towards the toe. But this is it on the 1000 grit, and this is what I call rough set. So whenever I say rough set, this is kind of what I mean, because the 1000 Shapton Pro is quite a rough stone really for a 1000 grit, as far as I'm aware. So some razors you can get a really nice fine edge on it with it, but then some it's still a little bit bitty. So I try not to worry too much. You can see a little tiny bit of shadow in there as well, but I always chance my arm a little bit and go to the 2000 because it seems to sort it out. It's one of my favourite stones, 2000. A great stone, Shapton 2000. It's a good judge of a razor steel. As you can see, it's took a nice sort of finer edge now, and you can see the serrations are mostly gone. And this is where you start to really refine the edge on the 5000. Again, it's just a great stone, the 5000. You really do start refining the edge, getting your very apex really kind of nice and, well, sharp. And then we've got a bit of a problem. And I think this was from me flattening my 8000 a little bit with the diamond plate, but then not washing my base stone off. And the first one's not a problem, but this one is a problem. So the serration goes to the very apex and over, so it means you've got a chip basically. So we've got to sort that out. So again, well, I took it down to the 5 quick, not many laps. And this is the 8000. Could refine that a little bit more, the 8000 there. And there's the J-nut. This is level 5 J-nut of my one that's my old faithful basically. I had to go backwards a bit because I've lost my confidence. Anyway, cheers. Nice one. Doodaloo.